Mandatory vasectomies for baby boys. Yeah, I said it. And if that made you flinch, good. You won't want to miss part 2 either. Trust me. You want to solve half of society's problems? Start there. Because here's the truth. Men don't want to wear condoms. They don't want accountability. They want raw. And when the baby comes, they say, oh, it's not my problem. So fine. Mandatory vasectomies. Problem solved. Abortions, they would drop overnight. Date pregnancies, gone. Single motherhood, cut in half. Generational trauma, reduced.
Oh yeah, she has just a like overall negative opinion of men. It definitely feels like, based off her age, I see her, guys, and I can definitely tell you that most likely we're experiencing a divorcee. Let's just say that there. This is someone who learned to basically hate men to the extent of this here. Definitely tell she's most likely Gen X. Gen X are definitely a very intriguing bunch of ladies, guys, specifically with this nonsense that they a lot of the times end up spouting here. They end up teaching the daughters and the family. They end up teaching like nieces the same bit of like garbage rhetoric here. This is just nothing more than misandry. She has been burned by some guy and absolutely now has nothing more than just literal hatred for men. It's interesting. Who built the building you're living in?
Vasectomies. Problem solved. Abortions, they would drop overnight. Date rape pregnancies, gone. Single motherhood, cut in half.
Okay.
Generational trauma, reduced. And crime would plummet. Because fatherless homes are the #1 pipeline to gangs, violence, and prison.
I agree. I say
Fix
that all
the
the time.
fathers, fix the future. This one move would take women out of survival mode, kids out of poverty, and society out of chaos. And the only ones mad would be the ones that never wanted accountability in the first place. So yeah, call it savage. But if we snip the problem at the root, we'd finally see what society looks like when women aren't carrying it all.
Okay, I don't know where that. What's the data on that statement there? I just don't see it. I've been to over 140 countries, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. What part of the world are you referring to that women exclusively are carrying the entire load of society building? What are you talking about here? What do you mean by that exactly? The concept of a vasectomy is also moderately troubling, specifically at such a young age. Like, you do understand, let me guess, this is one of the puberty blocker type of people that promote that on children. I'm guessing that's probably the same thing. Are you fully aware of what that is? Right? Does she fully know what that means here? Now, can vasectomies in fact be reversed? Yeah. They can, at a rate of what I think about 60%, they can be, in fact, reversed here. But the problem is that once that reversal happens, your percentage of like your ability to have kids drops down to like 30%. Like, I hear what you're saying, but it just doesn't make any sense. It just says all she's saying is she hates men. Right, like that's all that I hear when she says this. There's nothing more than that. I'm sure she has like other male family members in her life, right? But she still obviously harbors the same exact hatred for men that her sisters from her generation did also.
Don't scroll, catch part 2, because the return on investment would be mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah?
Let's talk return on investment, because mandatory vasectomies, the return on investment would be insane. If you saw part 1, you already know that society would transform. But if you didn't, pause right here and go watch that one first, because this is where it gets good.
Not in the way she thinks,
Fewer abortions, which mean lower healthcare costs. Fewer kids born into broken homes, which means less crime, less violence, and fewer prisons. That's billions saved every year. Billions. The foster care system would be less overloaded. Court systems cleared. Healthcare spending down. And even the economy grows because women are no longer shackled to survival. They're free to build careers, businesses, and futures. And children, they get a life of stability. They get safety. They get a chance at life without chaos. And that, my friend, is the real return on investment. Not just dollars, healthier families, safer streets, and stronger communities.
Yeah, guys, the problem is the data is available for you to look at. You can understand that even within like 100 years ago, women are still kind of in the same exact fields they were in 100 years ago, and none of them really are the ones that are seriously out here back-breaking labor. These are mostly considered pink jobs, mostly like air-conditioned type of jobs. So I hear what you're saying, but if you God, guys, this is a rough one here, bro. Men and women are not the same. Like our overall motives in life are generally different. There are times where things can kind of coincide on like small exception based, principles, let's just say that. But men and women are just generally not the same. We have a different brain chemistry. Like, I mean, I get it. She's definitely most likely team, everyone is the same, but we're not, guys. It's the strangest thing in the world to hear someone this age specifically still saying the same exact things that, again, her sisters were saying in the 1970s, guys.
And all because men finally had to prove that they were worthy of reproducing. So yeah, cry about it, kings, but the numbers don't lie.
Okay.
Vasectomy is the investment with the highest return on society we will ever see.
Yeah, but this is, again, she has no interest in allowing women to be accountable. This is another one of these individuals that refuse to allow women to have any type of accountability for their actions that they're actually having here. And again, we're not talking about the simple exceptions. Exceptions are exceptions. Not every single woman on earth is going on a date and being forcefully taken, guys. It's not the case here. That's not even in the 10%, guys. Okay, so you can't say something as outrageous as this and expect people to not kind of give a response that just, I guess, goes against everything you're saying here. Women have 12 to 20 ways of conception, let's just say this year. Men have 2, let's just say that are moderately safe here. One of them is going to be the vasectomy, but again, the vasectomy is not foolproof. And when you reverse it, you only have a 30% chance of having a kid again.
Men will hear death to patriarchy and think that it means death to men. That's not what it means. It means death to the system that puts men above women for absolutely no reason other than just being men. It means no more automatic power. It means no more unearned privilege and no more rules written to benefit you at our expense. And if you hear that and you immediately think, well, without that, men have nothing, that's not feminism. That's your ego speak.
You're not a feminist. Well, no, I guess you are. You are, in fact, a feminist. You, by the default, you are kind of embodying what the majority of men on Earth basically perceive feminism to be in 2025. You are exactly a feminist. You are a misandrist by default.
And no more rules written to benefit you at our expense. And if you hear
Like
that,
alimony,
you immediately think, well,
support,
without
divorce.
that, men have nothing. That's not feminism. That's your ego speaking. Okay. We're not talking about hating men. We're talking about hating the system that lets bad men thrive, while good women get silenced. And if you can't tell the difference, ask yourself why equality feels like oppression to you.
It doesn't.
Because here's the truth. If you feel like your worth just comes from being born a male, then yeah, patriarchy dying will feel like a threat. But if you believe your worth comes from character, your integrity, then equality isn't scary, it's just fair. My content is...
Listen, I hear what you're saying. Take it back if that's your case here. Right, since you're saying that the privileges that men have experienced over these since the beginning of time, let's just say that the privileges that men have experienced are rooted in nothing and they're irrelevant. They have nothing to do with legitimately building societies. Then I hear what you're saying here. Then take it back by force. Since everything is equal, since everything is like this. Take it back by force without a force multiplier.
And about bashing men. I'm not a man hater. I have a son-in-law that I love. What? I have brothers that I respect, and I have grandsons that I wish nothing but the best for. Here's the truth. We're living in a time where women are waking up. We're realizing that we don't have to accept emotional neglect, manipulation, and abuse. That doesn't mean we hate men. It means we want better for ourselves and the future generations. I believe men are capable of emotional growth. I believe that men with emotional intelligence, empathy, and self-awareness are needed now more than ever. If you're a man doing the work, this isn't for you. If you're triggered, maybe ask yourself why. Because good men, emotionally mature ones, aren't offended by accountability.
I can tell you this right now, guys. Under no circumstance would you allow someone like this person to define what a good man is, because by default, a good man for her is going to be someone like some California type of individual. Just be fully aware that's the type of good man that she's referring to, right? And it's crazy because, based off of my personal experience, I have not seen many of those men in successfully healthy relationships. Seriously, the world needs simps. The world absolutely needs simps because, bro, the only way to keep these women away from all the normal people, right, is for them to be with them, right? So take one for the team, my bro. Do your thing. Live your best life.
They're leading with love, not control. They're showing up, not shutting down. They're not just men. They are partners, they are protectors, and they are providers in the truest sense. That's the energy I'm here for. That's who I want in my community. I know the next generation is watching us. And I want them to see what real love,
Right.
real respect, and real partnership looks like. So no, I don't hate men. I just want better for them. And I believe the ones that are ready to rise will.
I have 2 sons, 1 daughter. I have a very traditional marriage. I can't imagine my daughter acting like this woman, bro. Right. We've already had like multiple conversations kind of regarding stay away from people like this woman. Notice how she's sitting here alone, elderly, bitter and jaded, right? Like, I don't want that life for you. I don't want this life for you at all. Do not follow the trend of these bitter, jaded Gen X women. Stay away from them. I have one in my family. I made a video on it on my MrLboyd Discusses channel that I lost my family due to the politics and things like that. I kind of spoke on that specific topic. But yeah, that woman sounds like my family member, bro. She does. That they say the same bit of nonsense. They're single, they're elderly, they're jaded. They're super confused how they went through this entire process in their life thinking that it was going to be something that was absolutely meaningful and beneficial to life and all these other things. And they got to the age of like late 50s, early 60s, and then realized, look at their life now. What do you have? What do you have? Multiple kids by multiple different guys who want nothing to do with you. That's what you have. That's what you have. That's all you have. And I remember asking my daughter specifically this: is this the life that you want, or would you like a life similar to my wife's life? Because she does not work. Every single thing in her life is paid for. Every single thing. She has, petty cash or the regular type of thing. All her credit cards are paid for. She has every single thing required. She has access to every single bank account. She is on every single, corporate ledgers. She is completely comfortable. And I remember asking my daughter this, and she's like, yeah, exactly this. And then my daughter says, I think I want the lifestyle of your wife. And I'm trying to express to her that there are a lot of things that you just cannot really generally adhere to in the same manner that this woman is adhering to. If you actually want to have, or if you actually want some type of like traditional type of a marriage or household, at least. My sons already understand. You're going to grow up, you're going to become a man, and you're going to have to take care of your household and your family. And do not, under any circumstance, deal with a woman that sounds like her. Right? That's the reality here. If you want me to be accepting of this woman, of the woman that you're marrying specifically, right? She cannot be anything like this woman. And we've had a similar conversation without even seeing this video here. I'm telling you, this is what I've been instilling into my kids since the beginning of time, because it was also instilled into me. You grow up, you become a man, you get married, you have kids, you take care of your family, period. That's what you do. But all right, guys, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And in the meantime, I will catch you guys later. All right.